return Ratha Yatra, because they go away to the Gundicha for 8 days. And when they have a return to the temple, again, it's public. And I've heard from devotees that's a better time to go for darshan because it's not so crowded. The original Ratha Yatra is millions of people. I mean, this year must have been like really insane because everywhere that is now opened up after this lockdown, lockup, whatever it was, is really crowded. Vrindavan is so crowded, and all these places just mobbed, people madly going for holidays. So Ratha Yatra, I hope I couldn't see from the little bit that I was able to watch before this started, but I hope there was a lot of people along the road, people witnessing also. But for devotees, it's a super purifying. Everyone gets to serve the Lord personally by pulling on the cart, which in itself is like special mercy. Everyone gets prasadam. So anyway, Jagannath made this festival, and it's not only that everyone can see Jagannath. There's a special time, like along the parade, where it stops. Theoretically, Jagannath has to rest or something, and during that time, anyone that can manage the crowd can climb up and touch the deity. Anyone can make food offerings. So everyone brings out, the people that normally would not be allowed to offer in the temple because they're not brahmanas or whatever. They're able to bring their pots out on the road and make offerings to the deity. It's a very ecstatic time. The whole road gets covered with clay pots, and many devotees have managed to push their way through the crowd and climb right up. They have to climb up a ladder very high to get up on the cart, but they can actually embrace Lord Jagannath or Balaram. So there's a special mercy that Ratha Yatra is a sample of Lord Jagannath's extreme mercy on everybody. He himself is not prejudiced or against any type of people, but temples make rules. So in spite of the rules, Jagannath makes this arrangement. Now by Prabhupada's mercy, he's going all over the world, temples all over the world, and in Prabhupada's Jagannath temples, there's no restriction. Anybody can come, but they don't come so much unless it's in India. But when we have Ratha Yatra, all the devotees come from far and wide, but people come also. Ratha Yatra is all attractive. Somehow Lord Jagannath, like I would tell you, we had in Israel, there's some restriction, not so much, but so the devotees decided to have a Ratha Yatra. We always talked about it, and they never had one. So they made a cart, pretty nice cart, not so big, but nice. Russian devotees, good at that stuff. And they talked on the beach where we usually do Harinam, there's a long walk. And they talked to the security, and somehow they thought they had permission. So they advertised, and maybe 150 devotees came. And usually we have Harinam there every week, but 20, 30 devotees. But then when the police saw the cart, they said, you can't use this cart. So they went around and around it. They had taken verbal permission, just talking, but they didn't get written permission. They hadn't made it clear exactly, about the cart. So we couldn't use the cart. But we were able to have this huge Harinam with 100 devotees instead of the normal 20. And everybody loved it. The police loved it. The security guards loved it. The devotees loved it. It was like the longest chanting we ever did. So, whenever you announce Ratha Yatra and Jagannath, somehow more and more devotees come. So I'm glad we did that. And this year, I think like everything else, we're able to get more and more people involved. So I'm, thanking everybody there, especially I was getting distress calls from Ojiswa, because he was putting up a lot of money there to rebuild the buildings and fix the temple. So I did make a few requests. Everybody help out in the Ratha Yatra. And thank you for the Kirtan Mela. And we should do this more, even if it's not regional, it's many countries, but each country can have their own Kirtan Melas. The more we do this, the more we're going to get power, the more we're going to get united, the more we're going to be able to spread all over the place. And we put our heads together how to distribute these books strategically, not just trying to go out and give them at the bus station, where people are in anxiety and poor, but go to the universities, give them to professors, get students interested, get professors interested so they'll use them in their classes. The books are donated, so we don't have to get a lot of money for them. But we don't want to give them, just whimsically to anybody and everybody walking by. The small books, these on chanting Hare Krishna, those we want to give everybody. But the Bhagavad Gita's and other books, we want people to show some interest, give some donation. But in the college classroom, whatever they give, because those are the people that are going to take it seriously, they're going to read it and become future devotees. So we're repeating these things again and again because we need repetition. The basic teachings of the Bhagavad Gita, equal in happiness and distress, and all that is repeated over and over again in different ways and different angles, but the same idea is there. Undisturbed. Don't not become elated when things are seemingly good. Don't become depressed when things are seemingly bad, because everything's going to change soon enough. Health is going to come and go. Friends are going to come and go. Everything's going to come and go. So don't worry so much. Take care of everything as much as possible. But sickness comes, sickness goes. We don't get depressed when we get sick. We don't get too excited when we're healthy because we don't know how long it's going to last. But in whatever condition, we use it in whatever we can for Krishna. So let's cool down, and we have a lot of devotees there. And anybody want to give me a report? I'm hoping to come, Krishna willing, right after the Gaur Purnima festival in India. I was on my way to Africa. I was ticketed, ready to go in a couple of days, and every doctor told me that I should do a bunch of tests before I go. So, and to do the test, I had to go to India, and then the tests were okay, but I had to take more tests. And by that time, it was too far, too close to something else. So now I'm actually making another plan. So we have any questions from anybody, comments you'd like to hear, any particular news? Understand how much Lord Chaitanya, Ratha Yatra was one of his main leelas. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, he lived in Puri 18 years without leaving. And he went to the temple every day of Jagannath, but he also went on Ratha Yatra every year, and he had everybody come down to join him for Ratha Yatra. It's so wonderful thing, so important festival. So kindly, keep it up. All right. I don't know how many were there, but the line, it looked like much bigger than I've ever seen. And I've been to a few there in Africa. It looked really good. The road looked really good. I didn't know. Where was it? If anybody can tell me, was it in downtown Port Harcourt, or was out there by the temple, or where was the parade? Anybody know? Okay. I don't hear anything.
Yes, Guru Dev, thank you so very much. Any question? I will not give it to Maharaj. We will summarize, but any question, anything you want to ask, when you finish, then we will summarize. Yes, please.
You can tell me how many unchanting Hare Krishnas did you give out at the Ratha Yatra parade? Is anybody counting?
No, Guru Dev, it was not counted, but it was much.
You can count later.
Okay, Guru Dev, next time we count.
Well, anyway, give them out, you know, that's what they were donated. And I want to report to the donator, you know, that we're distributing them because he was in so much anxiety. You know, because many people donated for the printing of those books. And then I ended up donating a lot for getting them out and Gana Chakshus also. But, you know, we can distribute them and everything will become good. And then all the other books that we have in stock. Somehow or other, Krishna is enlivened devotees now in the United Arab Emirates, different countries, to donate books for West Africa. So somehow Krishna's, your desire is, Krishna is recognizing your desire to preach and distribute the book, and things are happening. So, Gambate. Okay, so any comment or question? Question or comment? Is
Wait.
Is Damodar Maharaj there?
No, Guru Maharaj.
Where is he? Huh?
He couldn't make it.
Really? In Srivas?
He couldn't make it as well.
Wow. Well, you can go without him. We're all going to be dead soon enough, so you have to start doing things without it. Right? Get ready. All right. So anything from anybody? Thank you, whoever's taking care of Sankirtan Yagya. Be careful. Take care of him. Keep him leading Kirtan all the time. He's very empowered Kirtan man. All right.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Yeah. The iPhone. Hello, Mr. iPhone.
Or just Krishna.
iPhone DOS.
How just Krishna.
How many
just-
iPhone DOS do we have in the audience?
Hare Krishna
Maybe we
Maharaj.
have more Android DOS, huh?
Please accept my most humble obeisance. I thank you very much, Maharaj, for your wonderful presentations. We thank you for always being there for us. You are the source of inspiration. Just like you're asking about our leaders and they're not here. We're not worried, much worried about that because they also have their own arrangements. You know, it's only about there is in Nairobi. Went to Kenya.
Really? Yeah.
Yes, Shivat Vanacharya was supposed to come, but there was no logistic for him. So he called later on Thursday if there could be provision for him. So by then it was already late, become something like an impromptu, but he has a desire to come anyway. But there was no logistic immediately provided for him. So that was the reason why he did not come. So I want to thank you because you're calling up because you feel concerned, you love the devotees. This is Srila Prabhupada's mission, which of course we are only following the footsteps of the greatest chariots. So yesterday we had a very wonderful festival. Our Kirtan Mela was okay. You know, so many persons were watching and everybody happy. So the most important thing, the devotees are come together and Lord Jagannath has taken us out to the street. And also, well, this is one of the major preaching that we had in a recent time. People were happy seeing us. The shout was so big. You know, the cart was built very big. And then people were so happy. The chariot passed through a marketplace, very busy road. That is the most busiest road in Port Harcourt. Equator Road is the most busiest road. So many persons were happy, you know, and all the devotees are very much happy. So we want to say thank you, Maharaj, for always being there for us. Thank you, Maharaj.
Thank you very much. And get the devotees together more. Somehow, Krishna, how many devotees are there? I mean, on the movie of the Ratha Yatra, it looked like that.
We're over 200 to 300 devotees.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we are so many. Kamis, our invited Kamis are also part of the program that they came in Mass. So it was a wonderful program.
Where's everybody staying?
So some of them are in the hotel, some of them are in the buildings.
Yeah.
Like myself, yesterday I was having some guests in my house, so I need to go and attend to them. So I have to go. I leave the program. I was the last person that left the venue with the security agent. So I went to the house, so I could not meet up to go to temple that late hour in the night. But I'm just getting prepared to meet the devotees in the temple as well. So you can say I am in my house. You know, I was so tired, very exhausted yesterday. Yes, I think that was the reason why I did not follow the devotees to the temple. I just have to go home and then take care of those who are at home.
Very good. So we'll have to talk again later.
Thank you, Gurudev.
So anyone else? What was your experience? I just talked to devotees in Israel. They have little groups all over the country, and everybody's asking, for blessings. Really good marathon of book distribution. Lets everybody get something to distribute a lot of books. When we distribute books now in December, all over the world, there's thousands of devotees putting out, topmost energy to distribute a lot of books. So we join in with that, and we get a lot of power and a lot of mercy. So please, take advantage and grab some books and do whatever you can, one way or another.
Yadunath Prabhu, you can speak.
Okay, there's a question from Kamalaksha Prabhu.
All right.
I'm going to Swami Maharaj. This, I want to know how can the devotees be inspired to read more of Srila Prabhupada's book and then distribute it. The reading culture is going down in different parts of the world, here in Africa also. How can devotees become more inspired to read Srila Prabhupada's book?
Please, Gurudev, did you hear?
Yeah.
Okay. It's fine.
Well, I didn't hear clearly every word.
So Prabhuji is asking how devotees can be inspired to do more reading of Srila Prabhupada's books and distribute them also.
Well, if you read the books, generally anyone who reads the book will get inspired to read it more. That's one way, by association. Association is the most important thing. You know, so we have to choose, you know. They have a saying, like in business, like you are the combination of the 7 people you associate with the most or something, you know. So we be careful. We want to be enthused about any particular thing. We want to be with people who are enthused about that thing, and we'll naturally pick up on it. All right. So association, sadhu sangha, sarva sastakar. Lava matra sadhu sangha. Even a moment, tiny little bit of association with a devotee, but also association with a non-devotee or a fallen rascal demon will also pollute us or make us, you know, if we associate with people who are always criticizing everything, then we're going to be criticizing everything. So we have to be very careful. So look, you know, try to associate. And of course, when we read Prabhupada's books, we're associating with Prabhupada very intimately. He told us that, you know, you want to know me, read my books. So, and if we read the books with other devotees that are enthusiastic, then of course everything's going to increase. It's very simple, but simple things are sometimes not the easiest things. You know, we tend to complicate things. The world is complicated. You know, we can't take the direct route sometimes. There's always many detours. Okay, so
Hare Krishna, Gurudev.
yeah,
Thank you so very much for making that time to give us your darshan this morning and for inspiring us by speaking to us about the Jagannath Yatra. Devotees are anxious to see you. So devotees are asking me to ask you when we have your mercy in our presence by coming around.
yeah. I said I'm planning it now. I had my, you know, ticket in hand and then got waylaid. So I'm planning to come. It would be in March, you know, after the Mayapur festival.
Yeah, Gurudev, thank you so much.
You know, right from India. I hope we can do that. I haven't made any other plans for that time. I was thinking to come in sooner, like now, but there were too many other things. I hadn't been many places, so no time to come. I'd have to go very quick. So I want to come a little bit longer time because of many countries.
Hare
Now
Krishna,
there's
Gurudev.
no restrictions, I think, on right.
Yeah. Hare Krishna Gurudev.
Yeah,
This is Sankirtan Yagya. Please, Gurudev, I want to ask, are you still accepting disciples in West Africa? Because it looks like you've been away for some time. You have a few lists of devotees also here. Like you said, you told me you'll be giving to them Guru Purnima, after Guru Purnima when you come. So I want you to personally tell the devotees online who are ready to take shelter that you're still giving initiation in West Africa.
yeah, I'm happy to do that. It's just that when you just tell me, we want to, everybody's ready right now. I never heard anything about it. I've been trying to deal with that ever since I first came to Africa. We need a few minutes warning. Know people and make sure everything is in line. I'm sure these are good candidates because of good family. But I think we can wait a few months, right? Taking shelter is one step, and then initiation is the next step. All right.
Yes, Maharaj.
So let's line up. We want more and more devotees, whoever they get initiated, but we want, we want more and more surrendered souls, people really seriously taking up the process. All right?
Yes. Thank you, Maharaj.
Okay, please, dear devotees, let us appreciate Maharaj's mercy by chanting one complete Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. His Holiness la Kavicandra Swami.
Yeah.
Okay, is this today the last day? What are you doing today?
Today we want to do memorial program for His Holiness la Bhakti Swami Maharaj.
Oh yeah, good. Very good. All right. Thank all the devotees. Thank the cooks especially. They work really hard because they really love it. A lot of times devotees don't appreciate the cooks. They miss out on a lot of the programs because they have to work long hours. They get special mercy. What kind of festival do you have after the Ratha Yatra parade?
Next month in December, we are having Yatra at Auchi. Yes.
But yesterday, after you finished the parade yesterday, what did you do?
Stage programs. We have.
Did you have some special place downtown, or did you just come back to the temple?
Well, after the procession, we have some stage program, drama presentations, and devotees also speak about Krishna consciousness, dancing. Then Christina presented a new song that she made for Jagannath also on the stage. So those were the activities after the procession.
Where was that?
After the procession, when we get to the field where we all gathered.
Oh, really?
So there was, a stage was there, and we have our canopies. I think that's where we ended the cards. So on the stage, where the Nima International School children present some dance, and then Lagos devotees, Benin devotees, all presented different kind of Indian cultural dance before the final presentations of Christiana's music officially to the devotees. So we all had a very melodious sound. And then full glorifications, describing Lord Jagannath different names.
Wow. So
Yeah.
much.
So this is what we did yesterday. It was so amazing. So
A lot of people come around.
Yes.
yes.
A lot of other people besides. Very good. Well, that's what we need. Thank you perfectly. Thank you unlimitedly.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you, Maharaj.
All right. So hope to see you soon. Pray for me. All right.
Hare Krishna.
Gauranga, 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 Gauranga.
Gauranga,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra. Jagannath Rath
Jai
Yatra,
Jagannath.
Radha Govinda Ji ki Jai, Shri Shri Prabhu ki Jai. Gaura Prem.
His Holiness La Kavicandra Swami Maharaj. Hey!
They have finished.
Yeah.
So what did the Ravindras cannot leave?
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So, are we done with this? Can we go offline, or you still have something to?
He has gone already, Prabhu.
The Maharaj is left, so I'm saying that there's some house.
Yadunat too is gone. Yadunat's phone is not there anymore. So it's only myself, you, and Opala. There's three of us here, so we can also leave. But Prabhu,